Intro. Movies. Addicts. Movie Addicts Anonymous. Hey everyone.
Shut up! I'm wearing a beanie.
You are wearing a beanie.
Scoopity pop. Scoop pop pop. I did it. I dropped some rhymes.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast. We are here and we are both queer. And
Nope.
No?
Nothing against them. I love them. Like, I'm sitting right next to one.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of them.
Oh, it's okay. I did get you that assless underwear. Did your girlfriend play with your butt yet?
Nope.
No? Oh,
One day.
okay.
I'm still open to the idea. Honestly, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. You've opened my eyes.
It's not the worst thing in the world. But that's not what we're here today to talk about. Today we're talking about, what is it? Ford
v Ferrari. What a terrible intro for this movie.
v Ferrari. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like, honestly, it just makes zero. Like, the people that would click on this review they're just going to be so taken aback.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah, Ford v Ferrari. This movie is awesome. I heard about it when it first came out, never watched it.
Me too.
And didn't really have much of an expectation going in. I think I never really watched it which is weird because I like Matt Damon and I like John Bernthal and I like Christian Bale's probably like one of my favorite actors. But I just didn't. I don't know anything about cars, so I think that's why I wasn't into it.
Yeah, so that's why I finally watched it and told you to watch it, is because I've been getting into cars way more.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, fucking Ford, I drive one of those. And I decided to watch it with zero expectations. Before I watched it, I pulled up Rotten Tomatoes and all that, and I saw 90, I think it's 98%.
Yeah, what is the...
Yeah, look that up. But it's fucking, it's gotten really good reviews. So I was like, screw it. And...
Yeah.
It was really good. My only issue with movies that are based off of real life events is when something happens, I Google it during the movie, and then I end up reading how the entire movie plays out on Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is annoying.
Yeah, 98. Audience, 98.
Yeah, 92 critical. That's cool. Yeah, so 98% of people liked this movie. That's cool. Yeah, so just so you guys know exactly what's going on in this movie. I don't have my phone. I need to use yours. We have to do a 30-second wrap-up.
Oh, no. Wait.
Yeah. Where we...
Well, where's your phone?
It's in the other room.
Oh.
Yeah.
You poor baby.
Yeah, I know.
You've lost your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, 30-second wrap. I'll go first.
Yes.
What? Can I take a second? Before I start it?
No.
Okay. One, Shelby boy. I'm so bad at this. Shelby guy. He do car fast. He do fast car. Other guy, racer, kind of a loudmouth. They end up going through some turmoil. The Ford hires them to make the Ford Ferrari GT, whatever, fast car. And I have 9 seconds left. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. And then he has the fast racer guy has a change of heart at the end, and then they screw him over, and then he dies. I did it.
Time. Okay.
If yours is any better than mine, because you act I just think you don't care about this.
Yeah.
You liked the movie, but I don't think that you care about this movie. If yours is any better than mine, I will be amazed.
Yeah.
You just don't care about car stuff, so I don't expect you to do much better than me.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
so Matt Damon is full on dad bod, but I still think he's hot. And then Christian Bale is a driver or some shit, but he's also hot. And then John Bernthal, he's a big wig at Ford or something, and he's hot. And they race this old guy that owns Ferrari, and they're
I forgot about that.
We want to make
it's in the title.
We want to make Ford fast now. And then Christian Bale as a kid.
Hey, I got further than you.
Yeah,
because I knew that I had 30 seconds. I knew that I had 30 fucking seconds, and I knew that I had to condense that shit. And I still had time to literally count down 5 seconds of it.
I think I got most of the movie.
No.
No?
No. You got maybe the first hour.
I told you who the hot people were.
Yeah, that was a solid 20 seconds of your 30 seconds.
That wraps up this movie. So this movie came out November 15th, 2009.
2019.
Oh.
Do you need fucking
I
glasses?
do. I just made an appointment to get glasses.
Good, smart man. Yeah, so 2019, literally like 4 months before COVID.
Right before COVID. The budget to make it was $97 million. And worldwide it has brought in $225 million. So it
That's good.
It doubled its money.
But opening weekend was 31.
Opening weekend 31.
That must have been a little scary.
Yeah.
But that's not how I think Marvel, whenever I look at these, like I think Marvel kind of changed the box office, because initially, or for most movies, I think it's like there is $100 million budget and opening weekend is way less than that.
Yeah.
But when I see that, I'm like, oh, but
Yeah,
they
most
probably
movies
knew
don't.
they probably knew that was gonna happen. So
Well, and that's just domestic too.
Yeah.
Like worldwide, they'll make a bunch. Like, yeah, they because they only made 117 million domestic. So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, but most movies, if you make double your money, that's really good return. It's like unheard. Like, yeah, the Marvel changed it where like they make
quadruple
billions of dollars. I mean,
off of like 300 million.
I mean, that's like a really good return to make over 100 million back. Yeah, so this movie was cool. The top build, like I said, was Matt Damon, Christian Bale, John Bernthal. Who's the Molly Miles? Catriona?
That's Ken Miles' wife. So Christian Bale's wife.
Oh, okay.
She was a cool character. All around,
I don't remember her.
You don't? She did that crazy, like, driving thing in the beginning.
Oh,
she was
okay,
mad
yeah.
at
Yeah,
him.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, all around,
good.
every character... I guess this would be my first chip, if we're going to do those.
Yeah, let's get into some chips.
Every character in this movie was so good. And I feel
Yeah, they
weird...
fleshed out the characters
But
really well.
I feel weird saying that because it's based off of real life. And as I said, I was Googling throughout the movie to see, like, how realistic it was.
Yeah.
And it was pretty spot on to what really happened. Besides, there were a few things like Carroll Shelby didn't risk his company.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he didn't. Like, that was a big plot point of the movie, and he didn't say you can take over Shelby if my guy loses or whatever.
Oh, okay.
He didn't say that. But besides that, pretty much everything was spot on from what I read. So I feel weird saying that the characters were fleshed out because these are just like real people.
Yeah.
They're real people that they...
But I mean, they're characters.
Yeah.
So. I mean, they're characters based on real people.
I think, here's how I'll rephrase it. It was an amazing depiction of real life. Amazing.
Yeah. And it was cool. And it was a story that I had no idea. Like, it's cool. Because what was the car that Ford ended up making that became, like, race cars?
Mustang,
yeah. So that's cool. Like, I didn't know this is the origin of
Mustang.
Mustang.
They already had the Mustang, but they wanted to make it fast.
Yeah, they want to make it, like, better.
Yeah. So then there was, like, the Shelby GT, whatever, Shelby GT cars.
I'll say my chip is this movie kind of made me want to go watch NASCAR.
I know. Oh my fucking god!
It made it look more intense and cool, and like I think it'd be fun. Like, we should go to a NASCAR race.
Yeah, you'd probably get lynched, but
yeah,
all those rednecks, they'd love you.
Well, I'll like get a Carhartt hoodie or something.
Yeah. Then you'll be good.
Yeah,
just dress like me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. Like, I never was into racing. Like, I never understood it. But watching this movie made me understand it. Well, and I know that it was a movie and it dramatized it, but at the same time, I don't think it did that much.
No.
Because I think for, like, there was that whole scene of the race in Italy or whatever, the 24-hour race.
That was wild. So that's a real race that they raced.
Yes,
for
and they're
24
still Le Mans. Yeah, and they're still doing it.
That is so cool. And it's not just, like, turning left the whole time. Like, it's,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is, like, a bunch of laps, but it's not just a NASCAR track. But that whole scene felt very much like what it would feel like to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, just the way it was shot and
cool.
how it was paced. It was, like, racing is cool to me now. And I didn't know that there were 24-hour races.
Me either.
Yeah.
So they, like, stop and take naps and shit?
Yeah, and that makes it cool.
Yeah.
That makes it really fucking cool.
Yeah, because that was wild, because that one point when they're doing the final race and he's, like, taking a nap, but he was, like, laps ahead.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird, and people are still racing and he's, like, sleeping.
No, because they swap drivers out.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, so another driver hops in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I was going to say, like, how is this happening? That's cool. Yeah, so it made me, like, open my eyes to racing more. I thought it was really, because it is really intense driving that fast. It must be such a adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Being one of the drivers.
But, like, it does take skill. Like, it really does. And then also on top of that, there's the engineering of the cars.
Yeah.
Like, to this day, they still custom engineer these race cars.
Yeah.
So there's that like aspect to it. It's neat.
Well, and it was like Matt Damon's like whole monologue thing he gave where he was saying like it does like the car, making a good car is good, but it's really about the person who's driving.
Yeah.
That's really gonna win, because like where like he would like, because there's that one scene where he kept taking a turn too early and he's like he doesn't trust the car yet.
Yeah.
Like and stuff like, so it's about like it was cool. You have to really it's I feel like it's equal car and driver.
Yeah, well, because I think it's the same thing. Like whenever you get a new car, there's an
Yeah.
adjustment period.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing, like, if you haven't driven your car 100 miles per hour, which I don't recommend, criminal speeding.
Yeah.
But once you do a couple times, you're going to know,
Yeah.
like, how to handle it better and push it further. Don't do it, criminal
Yeah.
speeding. But,
So, do you have another ship?
I think we touched on a lot of it right there. Like, just the fact that it opened my eyes to this world more. Like, I've been, like, getting into vehicles, like cars, more and more over the last, like, year or two. And that's the main reason I watched this. And
Yeah.
now I'm just even deeper into it.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at the Shelby website, because they still make custom cars.
Oh, that's cool.
Fucking bonkers how expensive their trucks are.
Yeah.
But they are, like, 700 horsepower, like, really, really fast. It's just cool. Like, it just kind of... I just think it maybe opened people's eyes to this world a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, it opened yours.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people look at car guys or, like, truck guys as, like, ugh, like, what the fuck? Like, why are they wasting their time on that? And this kind of... I feel like this movie opened people's eyes a little bit more.
Well, for NASCAR, for me, I always just assumed it was really boring. So I was like,
Yeah,
they're
me
just-
too.
They're just driving around. But it made me want to go watch it.
But they also did a good depiction of the audience there.
yeah.
And that made me like it even more, as it's like, oh, fuck, people really get into this.
Yeah.
And that was over in Europe, too.
Yeah.
So, like, racing is a big thing.
And, so then the acting was really on par. I mean, obviously with this big of a cast, it's gonna be. There's a lot. I like Christian Bale's relationship with his son.
Yeah.
And his, like, kind of frenemy relationship with Matt Damon, with Shelby, where they, like, couldn't stand each other but were also best friends.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. And then, like, the assholes at Ford, like, they made you really hate them. The John Bernthal character, he was...
No, the only person that I really hated was Leo Beebe, Josh Lucas.
Yeah.
He was just tittle-dicking everybody.
He was. But John Bernthal's character kind of, like, played the middle line.
Yeah.
Of, like, he's, like, like, being, like, still likable, but still part of, like...
And then Henry Ford II...
Yeah.
That was an interesting character,
I loved
too.
that when...
The scene.
When the Ferrari guy goes, he's not Henry Ford. Because he goes, he's like, what did he say exactly? And he's like, well, he like, didn't want to tell him. He's like, well, he said you're not actually Henry Ford. And he got so pissed because it became down to like ego.
Yeah.
Like the reason why they did it, because Henry Ford II wanted to beat him. It really just became Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like,
but I think that's cool though, is that shows that like Henry Ford II, played by Tracy Letts.
Yeah.
His character, I guess he was a big role in the movie, but he didn't have as much screen time or got mentioned as much as some of these other characters.
Yeah.
But he still had such a fleshed out and integral part in the movie.
Yeah. And then
like every character, even John Bernthal, maybe to a lesser extent, but his character is fleshed out. Kinda.
Yeah. And I thought the Noah Jupe playing Ken Mile, Christian Bale's son, he did a good job too as a child actor.
All around, the cast was insane. And this was who directed this?
James Mangold.
Yeah,
which is
the
so
Wolverine
cool.
guy.
The Wolverine guy, yeah.
But his fucking... And then I was looking at his, like, movies. It's just weird. He's made, like, some... Just, like, it's not an amazing track record. It's just, like, some weird stuff here and there.
Yeah, but, like, his big hitters hit, like, Logan and Walk
they
the
hit
Line
big.
and stuff. Like, it's really cool.
And then I think he's going to be directing Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which I'm so excited for. Those were my favorite movies as a kid.
So let's talk about the final act, that final scene where he's
Oh, it's so sad.
Not that part.
Oh, not that part?
But when he's the beginning of the final act, when he's laps ahead and they want him to essentially not lose but like to tie with all the other Fords.
Yeah.
And why do you think he changed his mind and ended up doing it?
Well, because I think clearly they kind of played it out in the movie that he kept being given rough hands.
Yeah.
And it was mostly because of his doing. Because he wasn't a team player, because he didn't care. Like, he was very erratic, I guess. And that was, like, a big part of his character.
Yeah, like when he threw the wrench and then he framed it. That was cool.
Yeah. So I think that was probably, like, him. Like, I think he
his
also...
character arc, his growth as a person.
Yeah, he also hit his pinnacle. He's like, I won this thing. Like, he did. He won it.
He did.
He won. And
then they end up not giving him the win. I was so pissed.
Yeah, but like, I'm happy he didn't get pissed.
Yeah.
Like, he was like...
Because he knew.
Whatever. And he was like, here's some suggestions I have for the car. Here's what we can do.
Yeah.
And it was neat. Like, I like, that was really heartwarming.
Yeah, I feel like he grew a lot from the first scene when we first met him and he was, like, losing his shit.
I think it was more his movie than anything else.
Oh, yeah.
It was a Ken Miles movie, not a Carol Shelby movie.
I think Matt Damon just got top billed because he's Matt Damon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's yeah, that was cool arc. I didn't like how he lost at the end, but which he pretty much won, but they just gave it to the other people just to be dicks. Because that Leo Beebe guy.
Yeah, they pretty much won, but then they said on a technicality that because of the starting point, he was placed, what was it, like farther back or farther ahead. He technically didn't drive as far.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's bullshit. But that was cool though. It did make his story arc really cool. And then let's talk about the final scene.
I knew it was coming.
You knew that he was going because you Googled it?
No, I actually didn't read that. I avoid looking at when people died.
So Christian Bale's character, Ken Miles, died.
But they kind of alluded to it with the whole scene where his kid got really... Well, when he blew up the first time.
Yeah.
And he survived. And
that
I
was
knew...
good foreshadowing.
I knew that they wouldn't include that without...
Paying it off.
Yeah, paying it off. And having those scenes of the kid being really stressed out without, so...
Yeah, and, yeah, that was so... It was wild that he just... So they were practicing like they were testing another car.
Yeah.
And then it blew up.
Yeah.
That's so wild. Like after that whole race, like that's how he dies. It felt so like real. Like it felt realistic in the fact of like he did these crazy races and all this shit, and then that's how he dies, just like testing.
Yeah, but that was also a big theme of the movie.
Yeah.
Is that like it could just happen at any point.
Yeah.
If he can't get out, he's fucked.
And that was a good tearjerker moment at the end when...
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry.
You fucker.
But I could, like, if I was a normal human, I would
I cried. I cried a lot.
When he's, like, standing there, he's talking to the kid, and doesn't he give the kid the wrench?
Matt Damon... Oh, I forgot about that part. After he dies, when Matt Damon... Yeah, that was sad,
and he
too.
kind of, like, waves to the...
And the kid, he had no words, and the kid was like, a friend.
Yeah.
And
that was good.
That was really sad.
Oh, and I also, before we go into segments, another chip I really liked when they were wrestling with the groceries.
That was hilarious.
When they're wrestling, and then the wife walks over and she's like, I guess I'm going to get groceries. Because they're like throwing like bread at each other and shit.
This was a really good movie.
Yeah. Like,
it was really well done.
Their moments were really good. I got like lost in it. I was watching it I was honestly watching it going into it feeling kind of like homework. Like I need to watch this for the podcast.
Yeah.
And then like after like 5-10 minutes, I was like into it.
Yeah.
I got like hooked.
Yeah. Alyssa, so my girlfriend was the same way. She like didn't want to watch it. She didn't really give a shit. She was on TikTok for like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I saw her like slowly start to watch it some more. And then finally TikTok was gone. That's how I know. I fucking love that when I put something on the TV and she's just watching TikTok and then she puts it down. Like it makes me feel so good.
Yeah.
How long was the movie?
I think it was like almost 2 hours. It felt like.
No, I think it was longer than that though.
Yeah, because it felt like a pretty long movie.
No, it doesn't say it there.
It usually says the run. Oh, right here.
2 hours 32. It didn't feel that long.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it flew by.
But then after I was like, holy shit, that was 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah. So do you have any other chips you want to talk about?
No, I think we covered it. All around a very good movie.
Yeah. All right, let's get into my favorite segment. In your wettest dreams, in this segment, we talk about the hottest people in this movie, and we play Fuck, Marry, Kill, the top 3 build. Are you ready for this?
Yeah,
the top 3 build.
Matt Damon, Christian Bale, John Bernthal.
Christian Bale, John Bernthal, but we're doing their characters. Shelby, Miles, and Lee Iacocca.
Mary Lee Iacocca.
Okay. Mary Bernthal.
Very like secure job, like very level-headed guy, like just wants to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
I like that. Probably
Rick killed him. Spoiler alert for Walking Dead.
you asshole. Probably kill. I hate that show. I watched it. I was so invested, and then it just kind of it got boring.
Shane died.
Who's Shane?
John Bernthal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Kill. Ken Miles.
Kill Christian Bale. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he already
Yeah.
died, so I guess that's an easy one.
Then fuck Carol Shelby.
And then fuck him.
Yeah, just so that I can like throw some scandal out there and be like, give me the cars.
Yeah.
Give me the cars, or I'll release that you were like homosexual. Give me the cars.
Yeah, those are good picks. Okay, so for me, I would marry Ken Miles, Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Just because he dies, so I don't need to be with
So
him.
you, don't, you dick.
And he's dope. And he's cool,
It'd
too.
be fun while it lasts.
It would. And then I would fuck John Bernthal.
Yeah. And then kill
I'd
Matt
have to
Damon.
Kill Matt Damon.
Come on, I love Matt Damon.
I love Matt Damon.
He's real good.
But he's just not my type. Like, for some reason, I've never been attracted to him. And I know that's weird.
No, I don't get... So a lot of people think Matt Damon's hot.
Yeah.
In my life.
Yeah.
And I just don't see it.
Yeah, me either. Like, and I understand. I can see.
He looks like me.
I can see that
he looks like me, and I'm not.
Oh yeah, maybe that's why I don't want to fuck him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, he's just like, I can see the attractiveness. I just don't. He's not my type. I don't want to fuck him.
Oh, he's gotten chubbier.
Yeah, he does. He's full on dad bod.
Chubbier.
Yeah. So, what do you give this movie out of 10? IMDb gave it like an 8.5. 8.1.
Ooh, it's at least a 9. IMDb's wrong. It's a 9 out of 10. Well, fuck. I want to say 10 out of 10, but like, aren't you one of the people that's like 10 out of 10 is impossible?
No, it's not impossible. I've given movies 10 out of 10. It's just they're 10 out of 10. Basically, there has to be nothing that annoys you with the movie. So like,
did anything annoy you about it?
So if you start at 10, what would knock down points for the movie?
Well, let's talk about that. Did anything annoy you about the movie?
That's what I'm trying to think.
Literally not one thing annoyed me about this movie.
Because I usually start at 10 and then I'm trying to. I mean, this might be a 10 out of 10 for me.
Which is weird because it's like not even up your alley. Like just the subject of the movie.
Yeah.
But then that just shows how good it is.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't even fucking care about cars. He went into the movie like, I have to watch this because Jack watched it.
Yeah.
And you may give it a 10 out of 10. Literally not one thing not one thing made me upset watching this movie. Like, it didn't drag. Pacing was amazing.
Yeah.
Characters, literally every last one was amazing.
It was.
Cinematography, amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it really
kept
was.
you engaged. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything to make it not a 10 out of 10. So let us know in the comments, guys, like if what you would rate this movie and why it's not a 10 out of 10 for you, because I think it is.
Yeah, because I can't think of anything that I don't like about it.
It's a perfect movie.
And also, so a big thing for me is 10 out of 10 equals rewatchability as well.
Yeah.
If I can go back and watch this like every year and love it, and it's like an all-time favorite of mine, it's a 10 out of 10. If nothing annoyed. If nothing annoyed me during the movie, but I feel like I can't go rewatch it, it's like a 9 out of 10. So do you understand what I mean?
That's what I think. Yeah. So
yeah, I can go back and watch.
So you think this is rewatchable?
So much for me.
Would I want to go rewatch this? I would rewatch this, but like I feel like I'd like showing someone. Like I'd want to watch it with someone, be like, let's watch it.
Yeah. I think that may be because I'm just kind of into the subject matter a little bit more.
Yeah.
Versus you, like it's not really like in your world.
So then I guess if it's not as crazy rewatchable for me, I could drop it down to a 9.5.
Okay, I'm gonna say 10 out of 10 because it's up my alley. Nothing annoyed me about it. And it was good.
I'm only giving it a 9.5 just because I'm not really prone to probably go rewatch it a lot. But it's still such a good movie. Besides that one fact, it's really good.
Yeah. What did I say my Batman score was?
Batman, you gave an 8 or something?
Yeah, I want to change that.
To what?
It's 5.
You're back down to 5?
I'm back down to 5. Don't put this in the beginning.
Okay.
Don't get people mad at me.
Yeah.
I've thought about it again some more.
Yeah.
The movie sucked.
Yeah.
The movie was real bad.
I stand at my 8.5.
No, the movie was bad.
All right. So yeah, any final thoughts once again?
No. Batman sucks.
Batman sucks. Ford versus Ferrari is great.
Amazing. Good movie. Okay, bye.
Bye.